No, it happens to you throughout the month.
Oh, for a month.
They're just random happening to you. Would you rather be a benchwarmer on a championship team but only make $100,000 a year, or a star player on a losing team but make $1 million a year?
Man, I don't give a shit about being on a championship team. Why would anybody care? The difference between $1 million and $100K is crazy.
That's such a big difference. 10 times. 10 times more to make $1 million. So you're okay with never winning because it's a losing team.
I don't give a shit about winning.
For the
Which
extra money?
bozo actually cares about winning over a $900,000 discrepancy? That's wild.
Yeah. I think it would be
That's gotta
a
be
lot easier if you were a bench warmer, but you made a lot more money. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like life changing money.
If it was like $750,
yeah, $750 bench warmer, it might be okay, but
I think you can market yourself better after basketball as a championship. Actually, nah, because then
because it wasn't. If you're a bench warmer and you got championships,
they're gonna say you got carried.
Yeah,
they're gonna say you got carried.
You're a meme.
Yeah, the star players better.
Yeah, for sure. Star player, you could have your own shoes,
your own clips,
have your own brand lines. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I don't know, and you'll have money.
Why would anybody choose championship? Now I know what people would say. People would be like, "Why do you only care about money?" But I'd be like,
but no. Think about this. It's also job security. If you're a bench warmer on a championship team, how long do you last?
That's a good point.
How long do you last?
That's a good point.
You might only last 2 championships, and they're trading you because you were a trade package. That
Who
was
the
it.
hell, dude? You can't.
Star player, they can't replace me.
Nah, if you choose bench warmer, bro, I don't know.
You're dumb.
That's bad. All right.
Okay. Would you rather be able to read anyone's mind or see into your own future? How do you feel about this?
Anyone's mind. See into your own future.
Anyone's mind.
Okay, well, here's how I see it. I think this is pretty easy to answer. See into your own future. Who cares? I can't change it anyways. You could try to prevent things, right?
Yeah.
But
it's still gonna happen.
That's the whole paradox. It's like it's still gonna happen regardless if you try to change it. That's literally the definition of that type of paradox. Yeah. But if I can read anybody's mind,
you can.
I'll at least have the perception I can change my future. At least.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I mean, you could probably get some reading anyone's mind. Like you can get some business stuff done. Like you can.
I feel like there's a lot of benefits to being able to read anyone's mind. Mm-hmm. Like because if
a lot of utility
if you can't change your own future, you can only see it.
Yep.
You're not really doing much, but anticipating it happening.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
Versus if I'm able to read someone's mind,
you can't ever be lied to.
Yeah, that is true. Well, they're still gonna lie to you. You just know that they're deceiving you.
Right.
You can. Right. Yeah, exactly. You can tell their character right away.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's a good point. You could get a lot done being able to read anyone's mind.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you don't really have to beat around the bush.
Yeah. Also.
Yeah.
Okay, when we say read somebody's mind, is it like what they're actively thinking, or I'm able to like deep dive into whatever they've ever thought?
What they have like plans.
Yeah.
No, I think it has to be what they're actively thinking. Because then at that point, I could just look at somebody and just analyze their entire life.
Yeah.
And I think that becomes a lot more OP.
I feel like you could just do a lot with reading someone's mind. You just you just have to be smart enough to like look up when I don't know, find a way how
it's
this
like manipulation. It's kind of like manipulation.
Yeah, you
can read someone's mind.
Somebody.
Because you can kind of get them to do or say the things that you want if you can read their mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was thinking like you can obtain so much knowledge too. Like if you know like this really rich person is working this day.
Yeah. You can just show up and like you could kind of like but they kind of have to be in a creative mind state. You can't just start talking to them because then they're just gonna be like,
and they're sleeping.
This idiot.
Oh
yeah. I can't wait to get me a sub. Like a minute. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, but who cares? Yeah. I'll just keep listening until I learn something.
That's true. Like how long is the range? Think about that, because what if I'm just at like Starbucks coffee shop and I'm sitting there and I'm just reading people's minds all day. Like, how far do I have to be next to them?
And also, I was thinking, like, maybe the contingency is you have to be looking at them to read their mind.
Oh, that becomes a lot more awkward. But is it awkward if you can read their mind? You know what I mean? Like, do you care that it's awkward? Because obviously, like, someone's going to be like, why is he staring at me?
I wouldn't care. And I'm just like...
He's into them.
All right. I mean, I'm just going with that. I'm going with read someone's mind.
Let's move on. Would you rather have small bad things happen to you for a month or have one huge bad thing happen to you at once? You definitely have to go with the small bad things, right? We don't have a scale on how bad that one thing is. That could be like one huge bad thing could be like life-threatening. You know what I mean?
What if? Okay, so like a small bad thing. Let's try to set some
like boundaries.
Yeah. So a small bad thing would be like, would you rather stub the fuck out of your toe once a month? That's pretty good.
No, it happens to you throughout the month.
Oh, for a month.
Yeah. They're just random happening to you. Like you're in a car driving.
So like day one, stub your toe. Day two, sit in traffic because there's like a...
Yeah, there's like a fire on the road and you're stuck in traffic for 18 hours. Like you can't get off the freeway.
Hell no. That'd be so annoying. I think I'm going to go over... Oh, man. One bad thing? How bad could it be?
You don't know how bad that one
So that's got to be like a death in the family type shit.
It's got to be like a death in the... Your death?
Or...
Yeah.
Oh,
it could be something significant.
This is a brutal question, bro.
Like you find out that you get like stage 4 cancer. Like, you know,
you lose one finger every other year.
That's tough.
I think you got to go with small bad thing. Dude, that's going to be miserable, but...
I think it's even worse because you're just paranoid the entire month.
I would try to find a way to like, okay... Well, okay. No. Hear me out. Okay, so like there are people in third world countries who have small bad things happen to them every single day. No matter what, I'll just try to like see it that way. Because if it's one bad thing, every like let's say like once a year, for instance, I don't have that happen to me once a year. Like if somebody really I cared about died or I got in a bad car accident,
really affects your life. Rather than something you're not even gonna remember in like the next month or the next few months. Yeah, that's a good point.
I would just try to make it more comparable. I would try to downplay the it's hard to downplay like if your mom died when she was only like 40.
Yeah, exactly.
In a tragic accident. It's easier to downplay, I stubbed my toe. Although there's gonna be a lot more times you have to do that.
Like if a small like let's say you're driving like a bike ran into you and like dented your car, you know, that's a lot easier to like shove off than you know something huge.
You just have to develop some thick skin.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's doable.
It's only a month.
Yeah.
Would you rather be poor and work at a job you love or rich and work at a job that you hate? What's the scale of rich?
This is such a good question.
Yeah.
Because I always just think like in these types of scenarios, you can't take your money with you to the afterlife. And then anytime I think of that, what am I going to think of my deathbed? Would I have wanted more money or a more enjoyable life?
Yeah.
But I guess the premise is if you're poor, it wouldn't be as enjoyable, but it just wouldn't be miserable. Because it's assuming the job you hate is going to be miserable.
Yeah. But the job's also not your full life. So you being rich, you could do a lot more things outside of your job.
Oh, so
versus you being poor, but you go to work every day and you're like you're happy. It's like the saying that you know,
I see where you're going.
If you love your job, you never work a day in your life. Type of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you would just have to really get good at when you do have that free time.
Making the most.
You gotta make the most out of that shit.
Making the most of it. Yeah.
Okay. I could see it going either way. For me,
you're really splitting your time because depending how poor you are, you might not have that great of a life outside of your job, which might be half of your life.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think I'd rather be rich and work a job that you hate because at least I know every day going in that like I hate it, but once I get out, like I don't have to worry about anything.
Yes.
My family doesn't have to worry about anything. Like we're all taken care of.
Oh, let me cut you off there.
Yeah. Go
on. Okay, when you're rich and work at a job you hate, the people around you are not going to be miserable. If you are happy and work at a job you love, you're not going to be miserable, but the people around you
are going to be.
So actually being rich and hating it is actually more, it helps more people around you.
That's a good point.
I'm going to go with that then.
That's a good point. That's a good one. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go. You have to go with I think the rich and work a job you hate.
And then, you can like give to others too.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot more benefits.
You have more to offer to the world as a rich person than you do as a poor person. Because, see, you would think being poor and do what you love, but it's actually selfish. It's more selfish if you think about it. Only for this premise.
For that purpose. Yeah, it's only about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.